Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really thought that I could settle down, take off my makeup. It's almost 11 p.m. here after announcing Justin and Hailey Bieber's baby news. But as I was filming, I was getting notifications on my Apple Watch that Dorit and PK had just made their own announcement, although it's not quite as happy as Justin and Hailey's baby news. Unfortunately, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars PK and Dorit Kemsley are separating after 9 years of marriage. Let's take a look at exactly what it is that they had to say on their Instagram account, or shall I say Dorit's Instagram account, when breaking the news. Again, very sad, but there have been rumors swirling around about the state of their relationship for quite a while now. So it doesn't really come as all that big of a surprise, but I digress. So here it is. Dorit said, and I quote, "We as a couple have been subject to a lot of speculation about our marriage. We have had our struggles over the last few years and continue to work through them as two people who love each other and share two amazing children together. To safeguard our deep friendship, and maintain a harmonious environment for our children, we have made the mutual and difficult decision to take some time apart and reevaluate our relationship while we prioritize our children. We appreciate your love and support while we continue to do the work necessary throughout this journey. With love, Dorit and PK." So if you notice, they announced a separation, not necessarily a divorce. This is similar to Dorit on and off again, RHOBH bestie Kyle Richards. She and Mauricio initially announced a separation, and now with him moving out of the home, it seems as though they could potentially move towards a divorce, but there are just so many assets and so much money at stake there that perhaps it's better to just stay separated and not go through with a divorce. But when it comes to Dorit and PK, they don't really have that same problem. In fact, I do think that that is a main issue behind a lot of their relationship problems, right? PK has had a very shady financial life, allegedly. That rumor has been around ever since they appeared on RHOBH, and it only increased when they bought that home in a very, very strange, like mortgage slash 1,000 other lenders kind of a scheme. Like there's a bunch of people that co-signed on that home. There's a bunch of different mortgages on it. It's very strange. People with real money would not need to go through all of that in order to purchase the home. And then they had issues with their past home. Like there's just a lot going on. And now that Dorit is making a lot of her own money, maybe she no longer wants to be in that position. And maybe she doesn't want for the roles to be reversed and for her to be taking financial care of PK. And that could be why they've decided to go ahead with this. And, PK has been spending a lot more time in London with his other children. And I know that that was taking a toll on Dorit. I know he was filming a show. I think it got canceled recently, but he was filming a show there as well. And we just saw a lot of discord between them, or disconnect between them on the latest season of RHOBH, which is rather unfortunate because to me, I actually thought that they were one of the most loving couples on the show. Like to me, like I thought that she was very much in love with him, it really felt that way and it was very palpable. And so, it is kind of disappointing that things went down this route, but c'est la vie à la fin de la journée. That's life at the end of the day. Sometimes things like this do happen. So now I've put up a cast photo of the most recent season of RHOBH. We've got Anne-Marie, Erica, we've got Dorit, Kyle, Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal. So when it comes to the marital status, Anne-Marie is still happily married. Erica is going through a divorce. Dorit is now joining her in divorce lane. Speaking of Erica, do you guys remember at the last BravoCon where she saw shade down the stage when they asked the question, which was, which couple do you think is going to be the next to break up on your show? And she said Dorit, and that caused a lot of issues between them. I guess she was right, because here we go. This is the next couple to announce a separation. Actually, no, she was not right, because Kyle and Mauricio were the next to announce a separation, to head to Splitsville. So it was Kyle, then Dorit. So yeah, Kyle's in a separation. Garcelle's been divorced for a long time. Sutton's been divorced for a long time, and Crystal is still happily married as well. So it appears as though only two women are happily married. And crazy enough, those two women are no longer going to be on the show. So nobody, it seems like this is going to be the real non-housewives of Beverly Hills, right? Falling in line with other shows, for example, New York, Atlanta, Potomac, where the majority of the cast is unmarried. Very, very interesting. Again, it's sad to hear that these two are going to be separating. They've got some very, very young children between the two of them. And it's very unfortunate. And I think another motivator for Dorit was that she felt as though PK was not as supportive as he could have been through her robbery. Remember, he was calling her a drama queen and things like that. Like, there's a lot of strangeness behind that, to be honest with you guys. And so I guess, that kind of disillusioned Dorit a little bit when it came to the state of their relationship. So I kind of want to go through her statement again, just to get you guys' opinion on whether or not you feel as though there is room for reconciliation between the two of them. Let's just read it quickly to see if there is room. A couple have been subject to a lot of speculation about our marriage. We've had our struggles over the last few years and continue to work through them as two people who love each other and share two amazing children together. So when she says we continue to work through these problems as two people who love each other and love our children, to me, it shows that, okay, there could be room for reconciliation between the two of them at the end of the day. You really never know. To safeguard our deep friendship and maintain a harmonious environment for our children, we've made the mutual and difficult decision to take some time apart. So it's only some time apart, and reevaluate our relationship while we prioritize our children. And when you reevaluate, you can go, you know what? Yeah, maybe I do want to commit to this. I see what's out there. It's trash. It really, really is. This guy's not terrible. This girl's not terrible. So why don't we just keep on working at this? We've been married for 9 years. So obviously there's a certain level of compatibility there that is rather difficult to find. Listen, I do hope that they are able to work through this because, again, they've got young children and they're at a certain age. These are not, young parents by any stretch of the imagination. And so, I would love for them to be able to navigate that together as a family. I think it's fair. I think it's okay. I think it's normal to take a step back and to take some space. And so I don't think that every separation automatically leads to a divorce. I think that sometimes it can lead to coming together. My only fear right now is that PK might be more connected to London than he is to Beverly Hills. And so perhaps that is a thing, that PK is spending too much time away from the home, away from the children, and that's going to continue, and that this separation is going to give him an excuse for that. And I would hate that for his children. Now, again, on the next season of the show, it appears as though we're going to have Erica, Dorit, Kyle, Garcelle, and Sutton. But now with the elimination of Anne-Marie and Crystal, I believe that we've got 2 slots open. And so I'm curious who you think is going to fill these roles and what sort of a role do you think that Dorit's separation is going to play on the show? Is it going to be as dramatic as Erica or Kyle's separations? Let me know what you think about that. Why or why not? And do you find it rather interesting that on this show, these ladies go through separations more so than divorces? It doesn't seem like Erica is motivated at all to actually divorce from Tom Girardi, right? Despite him, as she says, leaving her holding the bag of all of the money that he stole. Why isn't she so motivated to divorce him and stuff, especially with him allegedly having Alzheimer's or whatever it is that he's claiming to have, right? We know that Kyle's not going to divorce because there's too much money at stake there. And then Dorit and PK, I don't really think they've got all that much money. So, why aren't they going to divorce, Very, very interesting. Let's keep an eye on this story, you guys. It is rather interesting, and I am looking forward to seeing this play out on the next season of the show. I think that this is Dorit's opportunity to really step back into the spotlight. She hasn't really been this big, exciting player since her first season on the show. So I really hope that she takes advantage of this and becomes as vulnerable as possible, a la Mia from the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm really rooting for you, Dorit. I think that this is your moment to really cement yourself as an RHOBH, because people have been calling for her to be fired for a while now. And I think that this is what's keeping her on the show. So I hope she takes advantage of it and she doesn't act like Robin Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac, because Robin Dixon, she fumbled her opportunity to cement herself on RHOP by being a little bit too closed off and too evasive and too big of a liar. So I would hate to see Dorit do the same thing. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this story. Are you surprised that Dorit and PK are separating? Let me know why or why not in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.